area.
Yes.
How are you?
Very good, sir.
Kwa salama?
Karibu sana.
How are you, excellent? Habari yako Matinga? Kwa salama?
Salama
Kwa area?
kabisa. Hauna huko tayari.
Habari zenu? Kwa
Yes.
salama? Very good. Hello, how are you?
I'm very fine.
Kwa salama? Very good. Habari? Very good. How are you? Kwa salama? Habari yako? Salama. Habari ya Nyeri?
Area iko chonjo. People are ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again for another episode of Political Analysis. And in this session, I want to talk about President William Ruto's Mt.Kenya tour, which many people have waited. And the day is finally here because the president has touched down in Nyeri County, Sagana State Lodge, where he was welcomed by Madhira Member of Parliament and Honorable Wamatinga. The president was accompanied by Majority Leader in the National Assembly, Honorable Ichungwa. And there are a lot of speculation, a lot of anticipation about the consequences of Ruto's visit to the mountain. There are pros and cons of this tour. He is going to kickstart this tour tomorrow, a tour that will take a whole week, visiting different parts of the mountain. We all know that since the impeachment of the former and immediate Deputy President Ruto and Gachagua, the president has not visited Mt.Kenya on development tour. As much as he has visited the parts of the mountain, but he hasn't touched ground on the heart of the mountain. And today evening he did so, and he will spend the night at Sagana State Lodge. We expect the president to hold a meeting with the leaders from that region to strategize and to plan on how this tour will take place, and also to have a discussion on a number of issues. We know that the president has done another meeting with leaders from that region, more so the leaders of higher ranks, like the governors, the cabinet secretaries, and different professionals from Mt.Kenya in State House, Nairobi. And that meeting was solely for ironing out the plans of President William Ruto's visit. I know there have been mobilization of high intensity because high political octane is going to be played. Even as the president is going to the mountain, there have been an anti-Ruto campaign that has been run, accompanied by a number of propaganda. It was blended by vilification of the president. Sorry for that slipping of tongue. And the president has been demonized in that region. And he knows this because he has the information. There are intelligent, there are his foot soldiers from the mountain who feeds him with the required information to help him prepare properly for this tour. And I know that the president is fully prepared for the tour. And that is why he has postponed this tour for some times now until the appropriate time. And I think there is no any other appropriate time than this week, according to the president and his handlers. And those who are handling the president's diary have a beehive of activities. We've seen how the president has toured different regions, taking 5 days, 6 days, 1 week, and Mt.Kenya being a very large region. And there are some places I am informed that the president has cancelled the events that were to take place on that day.
na twirara taikamba mathaine kuria githii kwa baruhia mugokira tene tumuinukie ni mugokira tene dacigana na kenda andå magokira thaa kenda guoko igå thaa kenda na mwimenyerere arenda gutukayukania athondeke ciama nyingä gå kå kä rä ma tiga kiama kiria ngumwira icio ingi ciothe ni ciake naguo icio ingi ciothe ni ciao ni mugwitikira koguo ndina njamba yakwa ya bata itagwo karungo wa thang'wa gike ni gitungati.
So ladies and gentlemen, before I go further and further, allow me to invite those who are coming across this channel for the first time to please take a moment, a minute or two, to kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Do not forget to share, like, and also drop your opinion on the comment section. And to our subscribers, we want to thank you, because if it wasn't your support, MJR YouTube channel could have not been where it is at the moment. But because of your support, we know that MJR is going to achieve, and MJR is the real deal. For your political analysis, without bias, without propaganda, based on facts and realities, turn to MJR, because this is the home of Kenyan politics and Kenyan current affairs as they unfold. Without much ado, allow me to embark on my analysis. Now, the first thing, Ruto is going to face a hostility in the mountain, and hostility will play out in this way. There might be a few people who will attend that meeting or the events that he will organize in the mountain, because there have been underground campaign to reject the president. And even as late as today, there are some leaders like Honorable Nyutu, Muranga senator, was still campaigning for Ruto not to be received. And he was saying that even if he comes, the mountain had made a decision. Even Rigathi Gachagua was today in Kiambu County still driving anti-Ruto campaign. So that's a fact that Ruto is going to climb the mountain at a time when the mountain is too slippery, at a time when the mountain hostility is open. So that is a fact, that Ruto's tour of the mountain must be rough. And even if there will be crowd, because crowd can be transported, they can do whatever they want to have people, if at all they want the people. Because even today, he was welcomed by the citizens of Mt.Kenya. So that is not an issue. Number two, Ruto's tour of the mountain is expected to do some little political impact and to undo what was done before, to tarnish his name on the mountain and to paint him as a bad person. And therefore he's going to the mountain to say that, you guys, I'm still your man, I'm still the one you voted for, I've not changed, and therefore we can still work. The differences between me and Rigathi Gachagua were political, and there's no anything personal. So Ruto is also expected to try and convince the people of the mountain that he's still the king of the mountain. You know, it is said that a leader is not appointed, a leader emerged. And when political map was being drawn. Uhuru Kenyatta was leaving the stage in 2022, and Mt.Kenya had no one to represent them on the table. And therefore, that is when the likes of Rigathi Gachagua, Kimani Ichung'wah, Ndindi Nyoro, Alice Wahome cropped up, Kithure Kindiki, they cropped up JB Muturi to campaign for the president. And for that reason, Rigathi Gachagua met Lady Luck, and he was appointed or nominated the running mate. Then later on, he became the deputy president. So as we speak, he is the senior most political leader from the mountain, and that's why he pulls a lot of people on his side, because they can see that there's no one else. It is Rigathi Gachagua. For that reason, Rigathi Gachagua must give direction. And the direction Rigathi Gachagua will give will also depend on who he is going to choose. Do you know the reason why Uhuru Kenyatta lost the mountain? It's because he chose to support the wrong candidate. The mountain has never supported Raila Odinga. That's a fact. The mountain and the politics that has been played in the mountain against Raila Odinga, it was not easy to undo. And therefore, the mountain had no option, no choice, but to support William Ruto. That didn't mean that they hated Uhuru Kenyatta. It's only that he chose to support a wrong candidate, which the mountain didn't want. The Mountaineers have never had a good relationship with Raila Odinga's style of politics. Number two, or another point, is that the perception. Ruto want people to see that still is a darling of the mountain. Besides what has been said against him or about his political future, about his conduct, and he has been branded a liar. That is what he's going to undo. But the question is, do you think even if William Ruto will change and complete all the projects that were stalled in the mountain, and also to accomplish his promises to the people, will he manage to persuade them to vote for him despite Rigathi Gachagua's anti-Ruto campaign? That's a question that you and me can only answer at the right time. And when is the right time? The right time is when the day and the D-Day will come. So let's wait and see how the tour will go. And we will be here updating you on the updates, on the occurrences, and the event as they unfold. Thank you, and may God bless you.